shall be talking about the pros and cons of data collection methods. This is a fair bit of factual information, thus, I would like you to listen patiently and note down stuff which might be volatile. Let me start by enlisting the methods and then we shall talk about the pros and cons of each. Primary data collection method includes questionnaires, surveys, case studies, interviews, focus group discussions, observations, and experiment methods. On the other hand, secondary data collection method involves published printed sources, books, journals, periodicals, magazines, newspapers, general websites, government records, diaries, or letters. Now, let's look at few of these in detail. First is a questionnaire or surveys. They are structured methods of collecting data from a large number of respondents. Their advantages are it is a wide reach, it is cost effective, it does not disclose an identity, that is, there is anonymity, standardization is there, and there is flexibility. While the disadvantages can be it is a low response rate, limited depth, difficulty in clarification, that is, respondents may misinterpret questions. The response bias may be there, that is, respondent may answer questions inaccurately or selectively. The second is the interviews. It is a qualitative data collection method. The advantages are it is a rich detailed data, flexibility is there is more clarification of data, and it explores the complex issues. While the disadvantages are it is time consuming, costly, interviewers bias may be there, and there is lack of anonymity. Third is the experiments. Data is collected under controlled conditions to test hypotheses. The advantages are control environment, establishes cause and effect. There is replicability, generalizability, and elimination of confounding variables is there. Disadvantages are it has ethical concerns, it is time consuming and resource intensive. There is artificiality and demand characteristics, that is, participants may alter their behavior or responses if they perceive the purpose of the study. Fourth is a focus group discussion. It is a popular qualitative data collection method. Involve guided group conversations led by a facilitator aiming to explore participants' attitudes, perceptions, and experiences. The advantages are rich in depth data. There is a group dynamics, efficient data collection, exploratory nature, flexible discussion is there, and there is diverse perspectives. The disadvantages are there is a group thinking. The confidentiality issues may be there. Data management is also not so easy. While participant dominance may be there, and there is also facilitators' influence. Fifth is the secondary data analysis. Utilization of existing data collection by other researchers or organizations such as census data, health records, or historical databases. The advantages are it is cost effective, time efficient, and access to large data sets. The disadvantages are limited control over data quality, may not fit specific research needs or questions. The sixth is the observations. There is systematic recording of behaviorals or phenomena in a natural or controlled setting using predefined criteria. Advantages is provides real-time data useful for studying behavior in its natural context. The disadvantage is observers' bias may be there. It may require extensive training. It can be time-consuming. The seventh is the content analysis. It is a systematic analysis of content from text, media, or other documents to quantify specific themes or patterns. Eighth is the tests and assessment. Standardized instrument designed to measure specific variables such as aptitude test, psychological assessments, or education test. Well, that's it for this section. In the next section, we will be talking about biostatistics. Thanks for watching, and if you have any queries, please feel free to reach us out at SRQC. Thank you.